Pedro Pascal calls out J.K. Rowling for heinous loser behavior for anti-trans views. She posted on X, "I love it when a plan comes together," and he lost it. And not only that, there is this Instagram post that I want to react to by Tariq. Let's see what he has to say.
Is some serious Voldemort villain shit right here. J.K. Rowling is reveling in the fact that she helped the UK Supreme Court get to the point where they can define that trans women are not women legally, right? Like, she's just so proud of all the work that she's been doing.
I'm agreeing with her. I don't see anything wrong with that. And they are making out to seem thousands times worse than it is.
Over the last few years, to stoke hatred and fear into the general public about a very small minority population.
Loud.
Already some of the most, misunderstood people on the earth. She's so happy about it. She's so cocky about getting...
So she tweeted, "I get the same royalties whether you read them or burn them. Enjoy your marshmallows." She was talking about the books because somebody said, "You are a stupid and horrible woman. My kids and I enjoyed burning your books and roasting marshmallows over your pathetic book." You already bought the books. This is Tesla all over again. She has nothing, that's on you. She has nothing to do with it. You gave her the money already.
Same royalties about whether or not you burn or read a Harry Potter book. So I think it has become our mission as the general public to make sure that every single thing that's Harry Potter related fails. That means posting in every single Harry Potter TV show up.
So basically what you are trying to do right now is spread more hatred. You want to see her go down so bad because trans people don't get the same rights that women have. They will have their own rights. They will, literally, they just don't have to impose on women's rights. That's the whole thing.
Out in every single article, posting in the comments that trans rights are human rights, that trans women are women. It means not buying a ticket to Universal to go and see Harry Potter World. If we could boycott Starbucks and McDonald's to the point where they saw massive dips in their sales and had to literally close a ton of stores because the general public just wasn't supporting them anymore, then I sure as hell think that the general public could just make sure that Harry Potter is no longer profitable for anyone that dares to do business with J.K. Rowling. Because that shit, that awful, disgusting shit, that has consequences.
Everything has consequences. And the things that you are saying and the way you are spreading this hate, what if there is a lunatic out there who will take everything that you have said seriously and go and burn her house where she's in it and literally kill a person for their opinion and their views? She's not harming anyone. It's her own opinion. You can have your own opinion. She's literally not saying the things that you are saying about her. She's not going hard on trans. She has a different views on things. And I do though agree, trans rights are human rights, but they are now women rights. Can we differentiate those? Because once they impose on women rights and women don't have the same rights anymore, when equality is not the same and the fairness is not there, I don't think that's all right. I don't think that's at all fine. And there in the comments they are saying, if you are looking for HP or Wizard merch and you don't want JK to get any money of it, AliExpress and Temu, y'all. Guys, let's be honest, Harry Potter is old news already. She got the biggest box. If she doesn't get $1 more, she's fine for the rest of her life. They are remaking it, and I don't believe it's gonna be as good as the original one. But if you see the cast of the remake, you can see that it is heavily influenced by everyone's right. Everyone is welcome. We have a black Snape. What about that? She literally chose him. So is she a bad person or not? There are actually comments that have the same opinion like me. SDLE whatever alive said, nice, J.K. Rowling is doing an absolute great job. God bless her. I'm liking that. The Great Batsy said the only reason she is rebooting the series is because the original trio, Dan, Rupert, and Emma, want nothing to do with her and her transphobic views. Maybe, but also Harry Potter is a kids show. They should be students. They should be young. What can Emma and others do? They can maybe show up as the parents of the children or something, but that's like, it doesn't make sense because they're not Harry Potter and Ron and whatever. Like, it doesn't work. Rebooting an entire franchise that's not even 25 years old yet because the OG cast believes trans women are women. No, that's not the reason. It's because they want more bucks. Like, we are rebooting things that came out yesterday, all right? Like, it's a thing. See, like, this is what I completely don't agree with, and this is a verified account as well. It says J.K. Rowling must never be allowed to feel safe anywhere ever. Because that's exactly what she wanted. Okay, let's see what this UK Supreme Court rules trans women are not women in a spectacular win for common sense. All right, let's watch this.
A woman is defined as someone who was born biologically female. It may seem obvious, but it took a Supreme Court judge in the UK to turn common sense into law.
The unanimous decision of this court is that the terms woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to a biological woman and biological sex.
See, like, why are you going against biological women and biological sex? Like, literally spewing hatred. Now, biological women and biological sex are actually against you, and you're right. As a trans person, I would say, like, if you do have human rights. Don't get me wrong, you do have human rights. But why don't we go and make your own rights? Have your own category. Have your own thing. Like, let's not impose on someone else who had to fight for years and years and years to get where they are today and separate themselves completely from men's right and biological men, so they have their own thing that they can deal with and live by. Now, why don't we have another thing? You know, like, why is that a problem? Why is that such a problem that you would literally wish death upon other people because you don't want to have a separate thing for yourself?
But we counsel against reading this judgment as a triumph of one or more groups in our society at the expense of another. It is not.
The court will now adjourn.
Champions of the cause were ecstatic with the result.
So loud. And that's what she was celebrating as well. Like, that's all.
We were in a really difficult place in Scotland then. We thought we were going to see rights for women rolled back. And today, the judges have said what we always believed to be the case, that women are protected by their biological sex, that sex is real, and that women can now feel safe, that services and spaces designated for women are for women, and we are enormously grateful to the Supreme Court for this ruling.
Like, this is unbelievable because all that matters is the sports sphere, the toilets, all right? Like, the gyms. Like, there are a couple of things that are making women feel safe in those really scary and really competitive. Like, when it comes to sports, it's competitive. And when it comes to changing your wardrobe in the gym or going to the toilet in a public place, like, these are a bit scarier things. And to have those rights back to women where they can feel safe in these places, where they can compete not fearing that men are going to compete against them and win everything because it's impossible for them to win. It's literally impossible. It's Mission Impossible Tom Cruise level. But Tom Cruise actually makes it possible, so I don't know why did I say that. Either way, like, I genuinely think there is nothing wrong with that, and why are we making a big deal about it? Why don't we go and figure out something else that works for everyone equally without anyone actually suffering?
And high-profile commentators who have been pushing for the protection of biological women for years also responded to the landmark ruling. Leader of Reform UK, Nigel Farage, said it was a victory for common sense.
At last, the lunacy is over. The Supreme Court have declared that a woman is somebody who is biologically born a woman. An outbreak of common sense from our judiciary, and something I think nearly the whole population will agree with.
And outspoken anti-trans campaigner Nancy Mace from the...
A woman is not a costume, a woman is not a feeling, a woman is a biological fact.
The US agreed, saying a woman is not a constantly was author J.K. Rowling, who has spent years fighting for the rights of biological women despite huge backlash from progressives. It took 3 extraordinary, tenacious Scottish women with an army behind them to get this case heard by the Supreme Court. And in winning, they've protected the rights of women and girls across the UK. For Women Scotland, I'm so proud to know you. She then posted a hilarious photo of herself relaxing after the ruling with the caption, "I love it when a plan comes together." And whilst most are celebrating the ruling as a win for common sense, the trans community are reeling.
To discuss this further, joined by Heather Herbert, a trans right campaigner. Heather, appreciate you joining us. Your reaction to the ruling by the Supreme Court?
Well, obviously I'm disappointed. No judge can tell me who I am. But as your commentator earlier said, the law is a mess anyway, so it was pretty much inevitable.
Pretty much.
Nobody can tell you who you are, but people can tell you that you are delusional and out of your mind. Like, I can have that opinion about you and you cannot change it. You come up to me and tell me, oh, well, the law says differently, so you have to follow it or you will end up in jail. Like, that is the thing.
Inevitable, and the law is a mess. What did that mean in reality for you? What did that mess mean for trans people and for women? It surely brought confusion, and the law and this ruling are sought to clarify that.
I don't think it's brought any confusion at all. I don't think anybody has ever been confused about anything in particular.
You're trying to tell me that the first step of you transitioning doesn't even exist. You haven't been confused about the body you were born in because you were not supposed to be born that way. It's unbelievable.
It won't change my day-to-day life. It won't change the day-to-day life of
exactly.
Cis women. It makes very little difference. It just feels as if it's an attack on trans people, even though the judge went out of his way to clarify that it wasn't. It just feels like an attack on trans people,
you're based on a feeling, and Tariq Raouf bases it on a feeling because how you are feeling and how hurt you are, somebody is supposed to die. Like the hatred you're spewing there, like because I feel threatened, now I'm gonna make it 1,000 times worse for whoever threatened me. That's a villainous behavior. Every villain has like a dark past, and that excuses for them whatever they're doing next.
And a walk down the road towards Trump's America.
The Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Starmer, is also being called out after the ruling, after he has historically refused to answer the question of what is a woman.
Is it transphobic to say only women have a cervix?
Well, it is
that's fact! It is a fact.
Shouldn't be said. It is not right. But Andrew, I don't think that...
So Rosie Duffield should not have said that. Can you explain?
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Like, even the way he said it, like, it shouldn't be said. I feel like his whole body is tensing, trying to scream and say, like, what are you saying? Bro, of course it is. It's common sense.
Watching why she should not have said that.
Well, Andrew, I don't think that we can just go through various things that people said. Rosie Duffield, I spoke to Rosie earlier this week and told her that conference was a safe place for her to come, and it is a safe place for her to come.
That MP is today vindicated and has spoken out against her former boss, Keir Starmer.
You know, you had a lot of problems with Keir Starmer over a number of different issues, you know, with fuel allowance and things like that as well. But fundamentally, there was the real breakup was over the issue of you refusing to back down and not stand up for women's rights. And also, I'm sorry, it's not even women's rights, it's sanity, just standing up for sanity and truth. It's not a belief, it's reality. What is your message to Keir Starmer today?
I'd love to get a giant I told you so t-shirt, but I'd need a different one for every day at the moment, given especially the local election forecast coming up. But I think, you know, listen to women, and actually when you don't listen to women, this is what happens. We're on the right side of the law, and we're on the right side ethically and morally. We're going to keep winning.
You're on the right side of history and sanity. Rosie Duffield, you've been again...
Sanity, it is truth, it is fact, it's common sense.
It is so lovely having a show like this, so I get to talk to a lot of my heroes who fought the valiant battle on this Rosie Duffield Independent MP.
And former Tory MP went further, saying Keir Starmer should apologise to Rosie Duffield.
I think they should apologise for women. They've been gaslighting women for a really long time. And the first phone call Keir Starmer should make to apologise is to Rosie Duffield, who he owes a huge apology. Rosie was bullied mercilessly for years and finally left the Labour Party just for speaking out on single-sex spaces and keeping common sense in this issue.
You know what's also funny? There are trans women who are agreeing with this and celebrating with cis biological women, based whether it is America or UK. One of the most famous YouTubers that is a trans is Blair White, and she is actually agreeing with this. She has a bit of a different perspective, but she's agreeing with this. And that is the thing, you know, like, we are not against trans people, all right? We are just against them imposing women's rights. That's all. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments.